I've been building this setup for more than half of my life. And I put thousands of dollars into this setup. I'm currently 17 years old. From several different consoles to a few different PCs, the most common question I get asked is how did I afford it all? And the crazy thing about it is that it's not hard to do at all. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I did it and how you can do it too. But before we can do that, we have to go back to the very beginning. Almost every kid starts off with something that allows them to find their love for gaming. Now for me, it was the family Wii. Playing games like Wii Sports, the Michael Jackson Experience, and Mario Kart really brought it all out for me. From there came the Nintendo DS, Wii U, the Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and then finally in 2018, my very first gaming PC. Now this was all paid for by my father for Christmas. It had a Ryzen 3, RX 550, 8GB of DDR4 RAM, which at the time was about a $500 gaming PC. And don't get me wrong, I was extremely grateful. I was about 11, 12 years old at the time, so the specs didn't even matter to me. Only thing that did matter was that I got my very own gaming computer. And I almost forgot, on that Christmas, I believe I got a new desk, a new monitor, and a new mouse pad as well. So in 11-year-old Star's mind, I was set for life. But as time went on, I was barely getting any FPS in any game besides Minecraft and Roblox. So I obviously needed some upgrades for me to play Fortnite at high FPS. And after about a year of having the PC, I started making and saving some money. But before I tell you guys how to make money to buy your dream PC, I'm going to tell you guys how to win a free PC, and it's super easy. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and then go down to the description and hit the first link to join the Discord server. You're officially entered into a free PC giveaway. I hope this helps you guys out, and good luck. Now I was only like 12, 13, so I couldn't get a real job. So as most kids would do, I would work for my parents. My dad owns his own barbershop, so I would sweep the floors for $15 a day, 2 to 3 times a week. So that gave me $30 to $45 each week. And my mom owns a funeral home, which isn't the most common job, but I would help her out on weekends for $30 a day, which is about $60 every week. And with working at both my mom's and dad's job, I would make around $360 a month, which for a 12-year-old is kind of insane. But I wouldn't work every week, and most would get spent on food or toys or whatever a 12-year-old might want. And that's also not including birthdays, Christmas. I even got money for getting all A's on my report cards. And that's when this thing called COVID closed down every business and made everyone sit in the house 24/7 for months. So I couldn't make any money since both of my jobs technically shut down, and there was no way I could find a job at my age. So I came up with this grand idea to start reselling items. So I would resell old tech that I didn't use, like mice, microphones, phones that were just laying in my closet. Anything I wouldn't use anymore, I would sell on places like Mercari and Facebook Marketplace. That and having money saved up helped me so much to where I could sell my old PC and buy a gaming laptop with much better specs. It had a Ryzen 7 1660 Super and 16GB of RAM. So this was an insane upgrade from my old computer. And at the time, it was everything I needed. I only played games like Fortnite, Roblox, Minecraft, and I think Fall Guys was pretty big back then too, but it will always have to stay plugged in and it will overheat really bad. It was also very limited with USB ports upgrading down the line, and around this time, the FPS was getting very unsteady. So after about a year of having it, I decided that a gaming laptop was not for me. And around this time was everyone's favorite holiday, Christmas. Usually I ask for actual gifts, but this time I decided that it would be smart to ask for money for Christmas, since I know I wouldn't be able to get the gifts because they will cost a lot of money. So I will use the money that I already have saved up plus Christmas money to buy a brand new gaming PC and a few other things for my setup. I have been researching for months trying to find the best price to performance PC for $1,200. And I was obviously way too scared to build one myself, so buying a pre-built was the best option for me. And I ended up finding this company called Light Technology, and I literally had a pre-built PC that had me in a chokehold. It was called the Light Horizon. It had a Ryzen 7 2700, 16GB of RAM, and because of the GPU shortage due to COVID, you could either buy your own GPU and install it or wait for the new shipment of GPUs to come. And this was the first time I was actually patient and decided to wait. I waited almost 2 months for this PC to come with my brand new 1660 Super, and it never arrived. So I went on Mercari and purchased a GTX 1060 for like $125 maybe. And I was super excited and extremely proud of myself for saving up my money to buying something so big. And this right here is where I started my YouTube journey. Even if you went to the beginning of this setup, my very first video will be a gaming setup tour with that exact setup from 4 years ago. And I will make small upgrades for a while, recording, editing, and uploading it for the world to see. And after a while of doing that, that's when I finally found TikTok. And little did I know, I would blow up on there and get banned 10 times. Literally. I would post me upgrading my setup, different technology, answer questions, just things like that. And I would average just about 100,000 views per video. But there was just one video that would set me up forever. a video about a futon. In this video, I decided to get rid of my queen size mattress for a futon. And again, I recorded, edited, and posted it for the world to see. And that video got me over 11 million views and about 70,000 followers. And so I started making money from TikTok. And if you don't know how content creators make their money, companies reach out to creators hoping to collaborate. Sometimes it's paid, sometimes it's not. With me, they usually send out the product for me to have in hand, and then I would review it, post it, and then you get paid. Now, how much you're getting paid depends on the size of your audience, how good of quality your content is, how many videos they want posted, etc., etc. The list really goes on. And looking back at my content from way back then, the amount of money I was getting paid didn't reflect my quality of content at all. And just to be very transparent with you guys, I was charging $500 at 20,000 followers. So yes, I was making a good amount of money at the ripe age of 14. And with companies sending out products, most of the time, I would just use it in my setup. Half of the things that are in my setup now are from collaborations, like my desk and my main monitor. But things that aren't from collaborations were often paid for with collaboration money. But everyone knows that all good things come to an end when I got banned for the 10th time for being underage. Which I wasn't underage, I was 16 at the time. They wouldn't let me verify my age, so it was the whole thing. And I just kind of moved past that. And I decided to quit content creating for an entire year and get my first real job at 16. Yes, it was at McDonald's and I was making $10 an hour. And since I was also in school and basketball, I just didn't use my computer anymore. So I decided to sell it for $700. I sold it to one of my neighbors, and with that money, I bought a PS5 digital edition and put the rest up in savings. I did this because I still wanted to play games, but I didn't need the old crazy setup because I didn't do content anymore. But just shy of a year of working at McDonald's, I decided to go look for a higher paying job. And coincidentally, I seen that Best Buy was hiring for seasonal work. And I thought this was perfect because I like tech, Best Buy has tech, perfect match. And around this time, I started posting on TikTok again under a new username, which if you guys do want to check it out, it's also in the description. But on there, I started posting more lifestyle content, not trying to just stick to one niche, which was tech. It started growing pretty slow, but I wasn't posting as consistently as I was a year prior to this. So after about 2 months of posting on there, I decided that I did want to go back to the tech scene. So I went to PC Part Picker, YouTube, and everywhere you can find a PC part at and did some research. Because I was planning on buying a $2,000 gaming PC. So at Best Buy, I was working crazy hours and every check I got went to PC parts. And doing that for 2 months straight got me this beauty right here. I also recorded this entire process of me building the PC till 3 in the morning, and it'll be in the description if you guys do want to check that out. So yes, it took some years, a lot of money, a lot of risk, a lot of time. But in the end, I do have my dream gaming PC, almost my dream gaming setup, and then after that, I'm moving on to my dream room. And if 12-year-old me were here right now, they'd be jumping with so much joy. It's really unbelievable that at one point, this was all a dream, and it's just right here. But without the help of you guys, none of this would be possible, so I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you all for staying and watching this video. I hope this helps you guys in your journey into building your dream gaming PC. And remember, I am doing a free PC giveaway as well, with all the rules and requirements in the Discord server, which is in the description. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.